The Upanishad makes a statement so extreme that it unsettles both the worker and the monk. If you pursue avidya, you enter into blinding darkness. And if you pursue vidya, you enter into an even greater darkness. Not ignorance or knowledge. Both, when followed alone, lead to darkness. So, what is the Upanishad really saying? For thousands of years, seekers have believed that they must choose either the path of work or the path of renunciation, either engagement or withdrawal, the world or the self. One promises success but bondage, whereas the other promises freedom but demands abandonment of life itself. But what if? What if both paths taken separately are incomplete? What if the deepest spiritual mistake is choosing one against the other? The answer is hidden in one of the shortest and most radical texts ever composed, the Ishavasya Upanishad. Where its solution begins with a single verse that changes the meaning of action, renunciation, and freedom itself. For millennia, philosophy has split into two warring camps: the path of the karma yogi, who finds liberation in selfless action, and the path of the sannyasi, who finds it only in renunciation, meditation, and the wisdom of the self. You cannot do both, they say. One leads to attachment and bondage, whereas the other leads to freedom. But what if? What if this very conflict, this fundamental choice, was a lie? What if the highest truth demands that you embrace both action and wisdom simultaneously? Introducing the Ishavasya and the foundational truth. This ultimate solution is hidden in the very first verse of the Ishavasya Upanishad, one of the shortest yet most profound of all spiritual texts. It's a single verse that provides the foundation for all action. It begins, Ishavasyam idam sarvam, which translates to, whatever exists in this very world is to be enveloped by the consciousness, or Isha. This is not a suggestion, it is a primal declaration of reality. Every grain of sand, every transaction, every breath you take is an expression of that single, all-pervading divine existence. There is no corner of existence, not your office, not your home, not your ambition, that is separate from the eternal consciousness. The practical consequence of this truth is absolute non-attachment. If everything you see belongs to the divine, how can you claim any of it as your own? The verse immediately follows its declaration with a command, Teen tyakateen bhunyata magrida kashyas vidadhanam. Enjoy through renunciation. Do not covet the wealth of any man. The paradox is perfect. True enjoyment is only possible when the idea of ownership is dropped. Only a king who knows his kingdom belongs to the people can truly rule without being chained by his crown. Now that the context of existence has been established, that everything is pervaded by consciousness, the Upanishad addresses the dilemma of action. Its second verse is one of the most direct and forceful statements in all of Vedanta. Kurvana eva karmani jichi viseta satam sama. Which means, performing works in this world, one should desire to live 100 years. This shatters the doctrine of immediate renunciation. It is rather a direct command to live and to act. You are placed in this world to perform work, and you should desire a full, active lifespan of 100 years in which to perform it. But how? How can action not bind you? The verse concludes with the resolution, Evam tvai nanyathosti nakarma lipyate nare. Thus and not otherwise can work not cling to you. The only way to ensure that your actions do not bind you is to perform them after establishing the foundational truth of the very first verse. Your work must be a conscious act of worship, a seamless extension of the cosmic consciousness that pervades all. The work itself does not bind you. It is the desire for the fruit of the work, the profit, the praise, the attachment, that creates chains. The later verses of Ishavasya beautifully resolve the most subtle philosophical split. The split between vidya or knowledge and avidya or action. Avidya is traditionally understood as ignorance, but in this context, it refers to all forms of action, ritual, and efforts needed to navigate the physical world. It is necessary work of body and the mind. Vidya is the direct, unshakable knowledge of the self, the realization that you are Brahman. The Upanishad states that if you pursue avidya or mere work alone, you enter into blinding darkness. And if you pursue vidya or mere knowledge alone, you enter into an ever-greater darkness. But why? The reason being, the one who pursues avidya alone never seeks to know why they are acting, living a life of pointless movement. The one who pursues vidya alone rejects the very world. That is the only stage for their purification, losing the opportunity to integrate their knowledge into their lived experiences. They become a philosophical theorist, not a truly free soul. The only escape is a simultaneous embrace. Sahadevya karmani. Action and knowledge are not two different paths. They are two sides of the same single reality. Action purifies the mind, preparing the internal instrument. Knowledge directs the action, transforming it from a binding force into a vehicle for liberation. The conflict is over. The Upanishad does not ask you to choose between your meditation cushion and your worldly life. It asks you to unite them. You do not need to quit your life to be spiritual. You need only to change the lens through which you see your life. The way to live a perfect, non-binding life is this. Envelope everything as consciousness. Ishavasya. Understand that all your work is being done through you, not by you. It is the play of the divine. Act to your fullest. Kurvan evaha karmani. Never falter in your duty. Live your 100 years vigorously, fulfilling your unique potential in the world. Pronounce the fruit. Tekatin bhunjita. Release your claim on the results. Do not covet. Work with passion, but let go of the profit, the fame, the reward. This is the ultimate freedom, the life of the Ishavasya, the one who acts fully, without attachment, and lives eternally in the wisdom of the self. This is the integration of the spirit in the world, the final, powerful truth. If you like the contents of my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more such enlightening contents. For the time being, thank you.